Hello, my name is Lynn, as you probably already know, and this is my van video. I am taking up van living because I want to save a lot of money, and I want to have a completely self-contained, self-sufficient lifestyle with very little financial input. I want to have as efficient of a lifestyle as possible that I can take with me anywhere, under any circumstances, and I can have a place to go to in virtually any situation. When I finish building my research lab, which I talk about on my other channel, the Grahern Foundation, when I start constructing it, or in order to get to that point, I'm taking these measures because it will help me save enough money and build up enough capital quickly, and build up an interest earning, or maintain interest earnings on that capital over a longer period of time without having to spend any of it on simple things like rent or a mortgage or utilities, things like that. So, this is my van. I'm going to show you around the inside first, and then I'll show you around the outside, okay? I use 2 inches of polyisocyanurate on the walls. I've not yet constructed my bulkhead, which I'm going to, but I'm going to use 2 inches of polyisocyanurate on that as well. If you look around here, you'll see I also have 2 inches on that wall, and in the corners. The doors are not yet insulated, but they will be with 2 inches of polyisocyanurate as well. And there's currently a 1/2 inch on the ceiling, but there will be 2 inches up there as well. And on the floor, there will be 2 inches of polyisocyanurate. But I've not yet gotten to that point because I've been working in here. I've been avoiding putting down a layer because I don't want to trample it and damage it and things like that before I put a hard surface over the top. I've been using this jack and piece of plywood in order to adhere those pieces of insulation to the ceiling using canned spray foam, the expanding spray foam. The forward side cargo door there, just behind the passenger seat, has a large rust hole in it, as you can see from the light coming through the door, I think. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, right there. You can kind of see the light coming in. There's a big rust hole on the bottom of that door. So I have this replacement door over here. Now, this van I got for $1,200 from a Puerto Rican, or a Cuban man in Austin about a year ago now. And it used to be a school plumbing van for Bastrop ISD. And it's in pretty good condition. It's got 160,000 miles on it. It's a 1998 Dodge Ram 3500 van. Has a nice roof rack and a heavy-duty rear bumper, as well as a frame-attached hitch pole, a frame-attached hitch mounting point. Has like a 10 or 15,000 pound towing capacity. It's pretty impressive, although I don't intend on towing anything like that. I definitely won't be able to overload it with any of my living equipment. For interior design, currently I'm planning on sleeping in a hammock stretched from this corner to that corner, and I'm probably going to have a counter right along this wall that has a sink in it and a shower head on the sink so I can sponge bathe and do whatever I need to on this side over here. And I'll also have my toiletries and bucket or whatever I'm going to use to store my waste temporarily whilst I take care of my biological needs in this area. And then on the right side here, I'm going to have my battery compartment on that side, enclosed so it's protected from water and I don't have an electrocution hazard. And I'll have a shelf, probably storing like a pantry and a closet combination for my clothing and food and whatever else I need. Right here along this wall, I'm probably going to have my work desk with my tri-monitor setup, computer battle station, and I will have it come up to probably head height, and I'll sit here in a rolly chair in this area where I'm currently sitting, standing, squatting, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be able to play games, do my work here, do research, whatever I need to do for my triple monitor setup, or with my triple monitor setup, be productive, I don't know, program, write code, run simulations, whatever I can from my mobile vehicle, my mobile house/laboratory environment. And that's pretty much it. I guess over here I'm going to be using an air conditioning. There's this new air conditioning on Kickstarter called Zero Breeze. I intend on using one of those. They're small, 1100 BTUs, use about 100 watts to produce about 400 watts of cooling capacity via some kind of lightweight rotary compressor. It's plastic. It's got a plastic hard plastic casing. It's a indoor self-contained air conditioning unit. It has a hose that goes outside and vents all the hot air, and a drain that drains the water. It has built-in Bluetooth speakers, some USB ports, LED lights, stuff like that. It's nothing fancy. It's pretty cool. It's very small and very power efficient, so I'll probably be using that to stay cool in the summer. And then I'll either have a space heater or some other form of heating. I guess an electric ceramic heater, something like that, from Lasco or something. Here in this region here behind the passenger side part of the bulkhead. And then, in order to power all this, I have a roof rack, and I'm going to put 6 150 watt solar panels on the roof rack to generate 900 watts of solar power or so, and run that to 600 amp hours of lithium-ion batteries that I have found online for a pretty good deal. And I'm going to charge those and use those to run my heater, air conditioning, computer, lights, fridge, etc. Pretty much anything I need. So yeah, that's all there is to it. As you can see, the dashes on these old 90s vans haven't really changed a whole lot from the 60s and 70s counterparts. They're pretty similar, really. There's not much difference. The front mat's been pulled out thus far. I'm going to replace it with some kind of more durable polypropylene carpet substitute with some insulation on it. And yeah, that's the interior of the van. Pretty much. It's not a whole lot to see. I mean, 72 square feet of space, maybe 350 cubic feet at most of volume to live in, a living volume, so it's not too bad. Now, it's windy out here. I apologize in advance. Oh, hold on. There you go. Show you the outside. It's pretty severe rust damage down there. Yeah, it's got some holes in it and whatnot. GCA Services Group, the plumbing company that would contract with Bastrop ISD when they owned the van. See the big 3500 rims and tires and stuff, 8 lugs I believe. It's got big leaf springs in the back. No windows in the side doors, only windows in the rear doors. You can see the roof rack up there. It's pretty good, pretty big. You see the rear doors here, my bumper pull, my bumper hitch, or my frame attached hitch, that is. The heavy duty bumper. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Rear doors open up, of course, just like you would expect. Yeah. All seals pretty well for the most part. It's a little beat up in places, but it's no big deal. Here's the other side. Oh boy, wind. Oh boy. That's quite a bit of wind. Alright. Well, there you have it. That's my van. I hope this video wasn't too windy or too boring, but let me get back inside. Jeez, it's loud out there. Yeah, this little bit of insulation actually makes a big difference when it comes to temperature regulation and sound regulation, so I'm really impressed. I'm really eager to get it all finished out so I have a full 2 inches on walls, floors, ceilings, and doors. That way I can find out just how quiet and comfortable a van can be. But yeah, this is going to be my new living space, the place I'm going to move into once I get out and really fully on my own after I finish my degree and get to my parents' house, out of their hair. You know, I'm starting to kind of get on their nerves a little bit in some places. You know how it goes. I'm still pretty young, so I have a long way to go, but this is the first step to financial freedom and the realization of a long-time dream of mine. And I would like to bring you along for the ride. So, thanks for listening if you're out there, and come back anytime. Thanks, guys.